Quick disclaimer before we start. This video compares AI tools based on real performance tests. Results vary depending on your specific workflow, the tasks you're doing, and your own preferences. I'm sharing what I found in my testing. Your experience might be different. Also, some of the tools I mention, I use and benefit from. I'm being transparent about that. Let's dig in. There's an AI tool that's been quietly beating ChatGPT on the things that actually matter to creators and business owners. And most people have no idea it's doing this. Not because it's hidden. It's free. You can access it right now. But because everyone's focused on ChatGPT, they're sleeping on something that might be way more useful for their actual work. I'm not going to tell you the tool's name yet. What I'm going to do is walk you through 4 head-to-head comparisons. Real tasks. Real outputs. And then I'll reveal what we're actually testing. Because when you see the patterns, you're going to understand why this matters. Test 1. Deep content writing. I'm writing a 5,000-word guide on AI in small business. This needs depth. It needs nuance. It needs to be something people actually want to read, not just something that covers the topic. Tool A generates the guide in about 4 minutes. It's comprehensive. It covers the major points. Every section is there. But when I read it, every paragraph feels like it's following the same logic. The argument builds in the same way. There's a predictable rhythm to how it explains things. It's good, but it's not the kind of writing that makes you think differently about the topic. Tool B takes about 6 minutes. The guide is longer, yes, but that's not why I'm choosing it. What I notice is the actual structure of the thinking. This version doesn't just list what AI does for small business. It explores the tensions. It points out where the hype is overblown. It acknowledges where AI actually falls short. There are paragraphs that surprised me, parts that made me think about the problem differently. The writing has depth because the thinking has depth. Winner. Tool B, not even close. Test 2. Nuanced analysis. I've got a competitor who just launched something in my space. I need more than just a list of what they're doing. I need an analysis. What's the actual strategy? Who are they targeting? What am I missing? What's the vulnerability in their approach? Tool A gives me a breakdown. Features, price, positioning, target market. It's all accurate. It's thorough. But it stops at description. It's not exploring the strategy. It's not thinking about why they made these choices or what it signals about where the market is moving. Tool B goes deeper. It's asking questions like, why did they price it this way? What does that tell us about their customer acquisition strategy? It's spotting the gap in their positioning that represents opportunity for me. It's thinking about the strategy, not just cataloging the facts. It's even pointing out things they might have missed. The analysis is predictive, not just descriptive. Winner. Tool B by a mile. Test 3. Problem solving for a real bottleneck. My content production system is breaking at the editing stage. I'm batching scripts fast, but the editing workflow is slowing me down. I need help thinking through this, not just getting a checklist. Tool A gives me a solid system. Step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. It's logical. It's clean. But it doesn't ask me clarifying questions. It assumes the problem and builds a solution around that assumption. Tool B asks me questions first. What exactly is failing? Is it a labeling problem or a bottleneck in the actual process? When do you feel like you lose track? Are you losing time to file organization or to technical switching? It's thinking about my specific situation, not a generic workflow. When Tool B offers a solution, it's tailored. And it explains the reasoning. I'm not just following steps. I understand why this solves the problem. Winner. Tool B easily. Test 4. Creative problem solving. I'm building a course and I need a business model that works for both digital delivery and potential in-person workshops. Tool A suggests a subscription model. Tool B suggests a tiered model with digital access included but add-on live sessions. Tool A's answer is safe. It's standard. It works. Tool B's answer is thinking about the actual tension in what I'm trying to build. Winner. Tool B. So here's the pattern. On brainstorming, on quick answers, on fast generation of options, Tool A is competitive. But on anything that requires actual thinking, deep reasoning, strategic analysis, nuanced problem solving, Tool B is systematically better. And here's the thing that most people don't realize. Tool B is Claude. Yeah. Claude. Not the underdog. Not the challenger. Just the tool that everyone assumes is good at writing but fewer people test on the actual work that matters most. Creators and business owners specifically. That's where Claude's strength becomes obvious. Now I'm going to be completely fair here. ChatGPT is still incredibly powerful. There are things ChatGPT does better. ChatGPT is faster on brainstorming. You ask it for 50 social media hooks, it gives you 50 solid hooks in like 90 seconds. Claude would take longer and give you fewer ideas. ChatGPT is better at generating volume fast. ChatGPT is also better at current events. It has more recent training data on what's happening in the world right now. If you need to analyze something that happened last week, ChatGPT has more raw information. And ChatGPT is genuinely better at certain creative tasks. Ask it for a funny tweet or a short creative concept, it's quick and clever. But here's what Claude does better. Claude is better when your work is high stakes. When you're building something that represents you. When you need analysis, not just information. When you need reasoning, not just generation. When you're trying to think through a problem, not just get a starting point. The reason this matters is that as a creator or business owner, a lot of your actual work falls into that second category. You need depth. You need your thinking elevated. You need analysis you can trust. You need solutions that are tailored to your specific situation. Claude is built for that. It's built to reason through problems. To dig deeper. To acknowledge complexity instead of glossing over it. To think about what you actually need instead of just giving you a template. And here's the practical implication. If you're using ChatGPT for everything, you're probably working harder than you need to. You're probably rewriting more than you should be. You're probably not getting the strategic help you actually need on the decisions that matter. The move is to use both, but differently. Use ChatGPT when you need speed and volume. Brainstorming, quick drafts, generating options fast. Use Claude when you need quality and depth. Strategic thinking, deep writing, analysis, any work that's going to matter downstream. But if you had to pick one tool for long-term business building, for the work that actually shapes your business, Claude is the move. Here's the thing nobody talks about. You're not actually competing on tools anymore. Everyone has access to the same tools. What you're competing on is how well you use them. Which tool you pick for which job. How much you're willing to dig deeper instead of just taking the first output. Claude won't write your email for you faster than ChatGPT. But it'll write you an email that actually stands out. It won't brainstorm faster. But it'll think through your problem deeper. It won't give you more options. But it'll give you better ones. That's the difference between working with AI and working smarter with AI. This is AIIQ. Smarter tools, bigger results.